morning and welcome to this week's episode of the Shardy B Show. I'm your host, Shardy B. If you guys haven't noticed, we've had a little bit of issues over the past 2 weeks with scheduling conflicts between me and Jeff. So we've kind of decided that we're gonna have to just do separate shows. I think Sunday's his day to go upstate to the Hamptons and work in his vineyard and on his yacht boat, play with his babies. And Saturdays have been a pretty big work day for me. So we're just going to kind of carry on and do our own separate thing. So today we're going to kind of look at what's going on in the broader crypto markets. Gary's trying to kill everything once again. But I tell you what, our little blue coin just holding strong. We're seeing it hold steady at about 15 cents after Jordy and Andy's coin competition has just been an absolute hit. So we're gonna try to do this live, do this solo as best as we can.
Wait! Hey, what the fuck?
Who's that?
Steven?
Jeff?
Steven, what are you doing?
I'm just carrying on. What? The show must go on.
Why didn't you call me? I'm just sitting here. Dude, I'm up. David, put me on camera. I'm here. What's going on with you guys?
Where are you? I thought you were.
I guess
you're not in the Hamptons?
I don't know. I'm here somewhere. I'm on the phone at the Penn Station. My app keeps dying. I don't know.
Oh,
I guess you gotta ask. Hey, there I am. Hey, everybody.
Wow,
I can't believe you guys would do this without me.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm
New York.
I'm waiting for the train.
New York 5G is actually really good. It popped right up there.
Yeah, the app itself is pretty amazing. That I'm sitting on a bag of bagels in a train station. But good morning, Stephen. I don't know, man. I thought we were Funcles, not Funka.
Funka. Yeah, no,
Funga.
It's good to see you, brother. It's been almost a month now, I think, since we've talked and been able to do the show together. So, thanks for popping in.
Exactly. Today's call is brought to you by H&H Bagels. Visit the convenient location in Moynihan Station.
Very nice.
It's a lovely place. It's my Sunday morning pit stop. But yeah, listen, it's good to have you back. It's last week you weren't here. Our dear friend David did such a great job. I mean, listen, I know that the Discord was sad you weren't there. You are the favorite son for sure. And
well, being a part of the partner program, it comes with a certain level of esteem. I don't know.
Ooh, fancy.
I know you have your investor channel and all that, but we're kind of playing in the big leagues over here. So
I hope it's not too loud, guys. I am literally sitting in the Amtrak station. There's announcements. There's people everywhere. But I'm glad I can make it. So
yeah.
What are we talking about? We're talking about they're talking about the bag builder contest, right? That's the big news that I know about this week.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, but I kind of want to get your take, just a quick take, because I've barely even been on my computer in the past 2 weeks, to be honest with you. And I'm on CoinMarketCap over here. I don't know if David can pull up a screen share with us too, also, but there was some news or something. Something happened with crypto where altcoins started dying a little bit. Could you give
Gary,
me a TLDR?
So Gary worked for Goldman Sachs and he made $100 million. And then they gave him a government job and all of his rich friends said, oh shit, pull up the ladder. Don't let the normies get rich too.
Gotcha.
So Gary fucking hit CZ in the teeth.
There's too many regular people making money in the markets, and so they had to kind of put the boot down.
I think somebody's rich kid bought too much Pepe and put all the money into my wallet, and that made him mad.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, listen. Some compliance there should be some security and there should be some compliance. Crypto is a madhouse, right? It's a you buy a coin, you get rugged. Someone just taking your money hand over fist.
It's nuts.
That's wrong. But you can't going after Coinbase. Coinbase is the most boring place in the world. And Coinbase went through all the fucking hoops to get where they are. They
Yeah,
they
I
did all
know
the rules. They did all the agreement. You know,
they've
and
got they've
Binance
got
US sucks.
they've got funds to back everything up supposedly, and so does Binance. I did get a little email from Binance US the other day saying, "Hey, guess what? No more fiat offboarding for the time being. You can move your coins into stable coins." Which I haven't. I haven't. I only buy SCP, so it works out pretty well that I don't really keep a whole lot on Binance anyway. But yeah, it's crazy news. But yeah, looking at SC Prime,
Yeah,
pivoting back to the bag builder competition, that's actually been a pretty successful little operation. Uh, they've
we're
got
like at a steady 30% hold from where we were, right?
yeah, yeah, six hundred
Bitcoin's
six hundred and
doing
seventy
its stuff.
five 675,000 coins have been picked up on that competition, which is pretty
It's
nice,
pretty
pretty impressive.
nifty. Yeah, that's you know up there with the percentages, and that's that. This is, I mean, it's fun, right? Basically, it's a community effort. It's push people together. It's good for the price. It's good for trade ogre, blah 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 blah. But then it's good for everybody because you win. There's these SPFs on the table.
Quite a
It's
few
good
of
if you
them.
bought. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been hearing there's some rumors going on. Um, our friend Andy keeps talking about stuff, and I don't know what Jordy's ever saying, but they're gonna they're gonna make it sweeter, is what it sounds like. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't.
Well,
Let's
I
wait and
tell you,
see.
I tell you
But
what would have been nice. They could have made that announcement yesterday, and then we would have something to talk about. But they're being a little stingy with their news right now. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow. You kind of, you know how those guys are.
yeah, they're really good with communication. Is how they are. It's
Yeah.
listen. It doesn't matter. They're doing something cool, but I do believe that the registration ends soon. Right? Is that not the case? You got to
Yeah.
get
There's a week ahead. I think is when the registration closes. So they don't want any last minute,
exactly. And so if
maneuvering.
they announce, maybe they're not going to announce this double down until after the
Oh,
registration closes. Seems
makes
like a
more
strange way
sense.
to do it because it makes more sense to get people to drive in. But that doesn't mean you can't just go make a new address, enter it in, get your name on the list. You don't have to buy anything. You just do it. It's free. Right?
Yep.
Go to bagbuilder.tacobell.us.gordita, crunchy shrink wrap, and
The actual easy way to do it is go to the Discord, go to SPF SCP token channel, pinned
yeah,
messages, and it's right there in the Bing Bong. Once you
got
once
it
you
right there in the bing bong.
right there. So
Well, cool.
oh,
So I mean, everybody
what
better
else?
buy some.
Yeah, what else we got? So I'm on the Discord right now. Ken's saying we need to move some walls up. We've got what's going on Trade Ogre. Oh, I see. We've got a 78,000 coin guy sitting at 450, and I think with the price where it's at, it's good to be hopeful. It's good to want to get as many coins as you can get. Um, but like for me personally, I'd be in around the 550, 580 mark,
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
I mean, it depends on if you're shoring it up and you're protecting against the worst case scenario, or maybe someone's trying to lure people down. But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's going to be hard to imagine that you're going to get a ton of volume in your bargains, right?
Yeah,
78,000 at 450 is like a fucking. It's a hail mary. Someone's going to dump a million coins, and
right. I mean, you
I
can
don't
put it.
know.
You can put a million coins at one sat, and who knows? It's crypto. Anything can happen. But like what we've seen over the past week is that we're kind of just in a steady little consolidation zone. We are
Yeah.
30-40% up from where we were, and it's just kind of holding right there. So it's kind of, come on, to me, you move the range up a little bit, and then you trade within that range. So
Right, and everyone's, all these shit coins that got shit coined, they were they're all the ones that are in the suspicious, right? Well, not all of them. Not I'm not painting anything, but there's this concern about pre-mines. Fuck, my camera crashed again. Hey, can you hear me still?
Yeah, we still got audio.
Yeah, well, it just this Ninja it works well until it stops working. Um, hey, how about you keep on going for a bit, and I'm going to try to get a better signal, and I'll call back in.
Okay, that works.
You get David on camera. David, get in there.
David, are you ready? Did you comb your hair yet this morning?
Oh, snap. I have to go on again.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it if you really don't want to,
No,
but it's
I'll
nice.
do it. I don't comb my hair. I just threw on a beanie this morning, but
Beanie's the way to go.
yeah,
We
I'll
can
get on.
talk about Father's Day gifts. I got it's kind of an early gift, but it's like a blender cup with a built-in blender in the bottom.
Dude,
You just push the button and it mixes all your powders up.
that's awesome.
I think that's pretty slick.
What's
Oh,
up?
we got David on now.
Good
Let's
morning.
we can kill the screen share. Man, nothing else really going on the screen. Oh wait, actually, hold up. Let's show this off real quick. So I got behind me. This finally came in the mail. So this is a
Also, the server that you ordered, right?
yeah. So this is it's a 18U sys rack, like fully enclosed, has fan on top, fan on bottom. I'm still working. I've got shelves I need to put into it. This is a Dell 720, um, 20 core CPU. It's got 196 gigs of RAM right now. But I still need to order. If I rotate here,
Oh, it's behind you. Yeah.
I've got no drive caddies, so I'm waiting on drive caddies to come in still. Getting into the whole server thing, I never really anticipated how many like moving parts were involved with it, right?
Yeah.
Um, you buy the server. I only paid a couple $100. This was like $300 or something like that. And in the picture, it shows it all assembled, put together, full of drives, this and that. And then of course you get it from UPS, and you got to order another 30 things to make it actually work. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. This is going to be my full term relayer. It's going to either live here or it's going to live on co-location, and we've got some plans to actually set that up as a little bit beefier of a machine that can handle a couple clients and can also handle my workload
Yeah.
and whatever I need it for. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've got another hard drive came in. This was a recommendation from Flux. Apparently, so this server can come in a couple different configurations when it comes to the hard drive controllers. So this is a controller that's loaded with some kind of dev add-on to where it doesn't. You can run the drives individually. Like normally, it's with the controller that's in there, it's like set to RAID 0, and that's all you can do with the front drives. Is
Right.
it's just RAID 0, and that's no good for what I need to do. So I got to pop this guy in. Then I got this guy. What is this? A 1.9
Is that
TB.
other controller that's just PCIe?
No, it's got its own little spot over there. But with
Okay.
these servers, what's cool is it has a lot of this stuff is meant for hot swap. So it's like really easy. Not even just hot swap, but it's like you press a blue button and then you just pull out the component, you put in the new component on stuff that's common to change out. Um,
Cool.
so yeah, hopefully I'll get to this today. But yeah, I know you got a couple. What do you do on your little setups?
I have a few older servers. Um, they're typically just super micro ones that are just kind of retired at this point, but
Uh huh.
not for me, but where
Yeah,
I obtained them from. Um, yeah, they're. I'm not really doing anything with them yet, but I'm gonna be, I think, doing something very similar. I'm gonna be standing up a relayer instance, using some of it. Um, some of us guys here in the Pacific Northwest are kind of gonna be messing around with our own little colo as well.
heard a little bit about that. It's exciting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Just kind of a fun thing, mostly uh, just to get one up and running, but also to throw a relayer into there and start using it for different services like that.
Yeah,
Um,
you can all gang together and pay for that expensive fiber connection
yeah.
to get that 2.5 gig connection in the
Oh,
building.
hold on.
Hey,
We got
what
Jeff
are you guys
again.
doing? Hey,
What, Jeff?
I stuck on the
You're on an
I
airplane
stuck on the
now.
train. Yeah, stuck on the train.
Hold on.
As typical, everybody. We're doing it live. This is
Doing it live. Punch it up. There's good. Bring on your judge. Morning, David. Thanks for getting up early. Oh, oh, David's gone.
hey.
I'm gone for a sec.
Thanks, Dave.
Uh,
Thanks, David.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, hey, welcome back. Welcome back, Judge.
What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, now I'm on the Amtrak Wi-Fi. It's I know where they park the trains, and so I just like sneak on before anybody else gets,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then I get
Do you
it. I
put
get
do you
this.
put do you put your bagels in the second seat? That way, it's kind of off limits. Nice. Yeah, very smart.
Don't want those
it's
bagel
it's
thieves.
you can check how full the train is by how many seats are left. So it's 90% today. This is the train to Niagara Falls too. So that
Oh,
means it's going to
nice.
have all the tourists on it, the long runners.
Is that leather interior? They're really doing it up in the
Uh, I think
vinyl,
it's some
vinyl
that
something.
they hunted some nogs. They got the hide of 100 nogs.
Well, you need something
So what's going on?
easy to clean the vomit off of, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. And the blood. So what happened? What happened? You guys got a relayer stand up? David's telling about
Uh,
his stories. What's the
I was
news?
just I was showing off the gear here. I was trying to set up actually a secondary camera. I have a webcam back there on the ASIC miner. We were gonna kind of talk internals, but yeah, I picked up my Dell 720. Finally came in the mail, as did my 18U rack. So with this is a 20. It's really similar, actually, specs to your little Dell, the couch relayer. It's 20 cores. I think I've got 196 gigs of RAM. Um,
40
but yeah,
Xeons. Yeah.
40 Xeons. But I wanted something because I'm about to start handing out my relayer URL to a couple friends, a couple trial clients, stuff like this, and I need something set up that's actually. I don't want to run into issues. You know what I mean? I want some good performance whenever I actually start showing the thing off. So yeah, that's I'm building it out.
Absolutely.
I'm building it out here. I might run it here at my house because I found out that so one of my clients, he's on the same internet as me, right? He's able to get 400 gig or 400 meg upload speeds using the same provider. So I think a reason why my internet upload is so bad here is just a hardware issue. So I think once I get some nice switches and stuff built into the server, I think I'll be
Sure.
able to kind of open up that bandwidth a little bit. So we're going to try to run it here. If that doesn't work well, then we'll do a co-location once the server's all built out. But
Yeah. That it's you know we live in this modern world, and these little bottlenecks can exist anywhere, right? And like it's one thing to be running a personal relayer from your local on-site on-prem pushing out to the network because it can go all night long. It can just go tick 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 and upload. Upstate uh, in the yacht boat at the yacht boat vineyard, there's like it's got like 10 megabyte
yeah,
uploads, and it just collapses.
yeah,
It just and it ends up like to push like a single file because it's got to shard it and it's got to push it up in multiple locations, and it just goes chunk 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 and like
10,
like
10,
eight
10
eight
meg.
hours.
Yeah, 10 meg.
Yeah,
You're struggling to send a big email. I mean, yeah,
exactly. But an email just sends it out once and it paces it. But thinking you're backing things up, and all of a sudden it's like chunk 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 chunk, and
yeah,
that poor computer just goes like into meltdown mode
yeah.
because it's trying to do too much. But so you get right. My point being is, if you're going to have this colo, if you're going to have this multi-tenant, we need to have connection.
Yeah,
You know,
it needs to be quick. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would find somewhere with a 2.5 gig connection, but to get a couple people onboarded, my initial client base, and for what I use for my business, it is kind of an on-demand storage thing. So I think a lot of it will be, some of it will be cached. So it's gonna still have direct access, but then it is also backed up to the network, just in case. Because right now, like one of my business partners, he has this little mini server tower, kind of like the Dell 79 840 you have, whatever it is.
843,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's just got 12 hard drives in it. And I was talking to him the other day. I'm like, well, what if? And this is years and years of blueprints, years and years of job
Oh
photos,
yeah. Shit. Right.
30 years of records that he has just stored on this thing. And he's kind of a boomer. I don't know if he has it running in RAID. I don't know if there's any redundancy within the server itself. And I was like, well, what if one of your hard drives goes out, man? Like where's the backups of the backups? Um,
Yeah.
so that's kind of my selling point on that thing. So we're gonna hook him up. We're gonna hook him up and get that data on the network. Uh,
There's simply like it's inevitable, right?
yeah,
Time, destroy entropy is real, and like your hard drives are going to die.
yeah,
They all, one of them will, especially if there's 12 in it, you increase the odds that one of them's going to die.
yeah.
And
Definitely.
RAID is not backup, as they say, right? It's just balancing it.
I've really just now been learning about RAID. To be honest with you, this whole thing has been I wouldn't say a headache, but there's a lot of little things I've had to watch some YouTube videos on, and a lot of some
Yep.
web reading to kind of get up to speed and get it all running. The initial problem I had with it was that I didn't have the Ethernet cable plugged in when I was trying to install the Proxmox OS.
That sounds
Uh,
like a real classic DGen scenario.
yeah, yeah. Well, it has five Ethernet. It has five Ethernet ports on the back. So I
Oh
had
yeah, so that just makes it more confusing. Poor
makes
guy.
it
You
even
should just plug in 5 cables.
yeah.
Five cables would have done it.
Then I would have been good for sure. No
It's
question.
like
Which
it's
I
like
don't.
screws. It's like screws. If one doesn't work, put 4 more. Right? You know this.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Um.
you spend all this money to build a server, and the first thing I did with it was installed a image of Windows 98. Um,
Yep. Makes sense.
yeah, I wanted to see if it actually had the trial version of Age of Empires: Rise of Rome, like back in the
Just
day, from my
just for
childhood.
that, might as well go all the way.
Yeah, if you're gonna spend about 1,500, you might as well get the trial version of Age of Empires.
Yeah. Because just to see how fast it can load, right?
Yeah, it should be pretty fast.
Sometimes those tiles take forever.
Well, don't you?
So what else have we
Don't,
got here? I got like 10 minutes if you got anything else because this train is filling up and we're leaving soon. So
yeah, I mean the other thing. So there's a little bit of news right now. It's not too hush hush, I don't believe, but the console. I was wanting to show Helium, right? I wanted to show off this Helium hotspot map a little bit because this is kind of what this is what our map's going to look like in the not too distant future. I think. I didn't realize this.
speaking of intense server loads, right? That map
Yeah,
is a fucking crusher.
they're up to almost a million nodes now. I didn't realize that. I have my little Helium node running, but I haven't necessarily you know kept track of it. Um, where's it show? Do do do. But yeah, I mean, the problem
Dead.
that Helium really
It
ran
deaded me.
into is that
I'm
they
dead.
sold all the hardware, which there was a
Who
little
did that?
drama behind that. They sold all the hardware. They deployed this huge network, and now there's no product. There's not a lot of people, a lot of clients jumping on board to
There
utilize
was never a product. The product was the coin. The product was the miner, right?
the hardware, right? The product was
Yeah,
putting a
yeah.
bunch of money
That's
into the manufacturer's pockets.
and
So it's
there was no realistic. There was never a realistic idea what the network would do. Everybody wanted to believe it was going to make your smartwatch synchronize to your dog collar to your fridge. And what the fuck is
I mean
that? Like, how is that?
there's a lot of nodes over there by Penn Station. Are you sure you're not on a Helium 5G network right now? Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably not. Because there's what else there is near 5G near Penn Station? A billion cell
Verizon.
phone towers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Verizon, T-Mobile.
they. That's the thing. That's the thing that like this we're going to go to 5G. It's like, okay, that'll work where there is no 5G. But as soon as it starts working, Verizon's going to go, oh, okay, we'll put a 5G. We'll put a 5G in there too. Like,
Yeah.
there's no stop. This tower thing is not stopping. And so Verizon can charge you more money to have more network until they do it. Helium
Yeah.
is just trying to be like, hey, we're balanced.
Well, and a big difference I think between what we're doing and what Helium did is that Helium's network isn't necessarily stronger, faster, better, more secure than what T-Mobile or Verizon's putting up. Like where we're really going to have an edge, it's going to come back to those six commandments. The on-site erasure coding and the fact that like our product, the SC Prime network and XNS storage cloud, is actually more secure and has a lot of upper hand versus AWS, where your data goes from your computer to Virginia to one other data center, and that's their 11 nines. You know what I mean? It's not really 11 nines. Once it gets to that second data center, then they have some redundancy and stuff. But uh, a couple well aimed missiles, two two asteroids, and everything's done. It's not really all that they're cracking it up to be. So
That's a good, they have 11 nines, but it only takes two asteroids to fuck it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You can't with a true distributed network. It's not that's not a thing. You have to
You need at
take
least
out.
four asteroids.
Uh,
That's double the asteroids at least, right?
Depends on the size of the asteroid, I guess. Could just be one good one,
Yeah.
but um,
Oh yeah, right. I guess.
you know what I'm getting at, though. You know what I'm getting at.
I absolutely do. So right, the helium comp is that you everyone bought the hype. They bought the coin. They bought the price up. They bought the hardware up, and then they ended up overdoing it, oversaturating, and in a way that there's no exponential path for the data to grow. The helium, like cloud, is a thing. Helium is not going to come in and steal Verizon.
Yeah, exactly. We
And
yeah, cloud. You can directly compete, I think, with these Azures and these AWSs, and I think
because
there's plenty of market share there.
right, because you're you're not actually offering a with helium. You're not offering a better product. You're able to fill in the holes and catch the gravy, right?
Right,
We may not be offering a better product if you want to come down to the functional bit of cloud. Like you put your thing in a folder and it goes there. They got more compute. We're working on those things, but at the bottom line, it's cheaper and it works the exact same at worst. That your backup app is the same because your backup app is what you use and where it goes is what matters, right?
right.
Like it's can be here, it can be there. You could move from Azure to Oracle to IBM to AWS. You can use Kubernetes and you can sit across them all, as most people end up doing, right? Most cloud is multi-cloud. It's
Right.
like very few, you know, the individual will back up to one spot, but a corporation is running across all these things, whatever,
Yeah.
balancing everything. So
Yeah,
who cares? You
they
put
have,
it
they have a
here, you
cluster.
put it
They have
there.
a cluster of some kind. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Well,
Clustering.
listen up, my friend. I think I'm gonna wrap this things up. This train's getting kind of full. You can keep on going. My camera's died again. This was an interesting adventure, and I appreciate you not cutting me out, not finalizing the divorce like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. We'll keep it going. And actually, on that note, I think we'll drop some little Easter eggs maybe, but we're gonna have some pretty big announcements for the channel over the next week. I think maybe the next 2 weeks, but we're gonna be doing a bit of collaboration and migration. We'll just say. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, Jeff, I appreciate you pivoting and coming on to FAFO with me. Uh, and yeah, we'll do a quick little outro here, but I actually have to take off as well. I have a cold plunge appointment. I need to go torture myself a little bit. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, like I just said, we're gonna be making some moves here on the Funcles channel. Kind of swapping things up a little bit over the next week or two. Really trying. We're really wanting to grow the audience and grow the reach, grow the community. So we're going to be kind of shifting stuff around. So stay tuned for that. As always, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff helps us help you. I guess you could say if there's any questions, um, ping us on the Twitter, DM us on the Twitter, find us in the Discord. Um, David, do you have anything else? I think we covered everything. Yeah,
And yeah, that's all I had.
cool, awesome. Well, thanks everybody for stopping in, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, thanks. See y'all.